Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Guidental. This is Dr. Saib Singh. So the subject for today's video is going to be oral medicine and radiology. This is the second part or the second video for the subject. This video will comprise of all the oral radiology topics. So whatever topics I'll be mentioning in my video are also mentioned in my blog by the name of Guidental, the link for which is given in the description of the video. So starting with the first topic, that is intraoral radiographic techniques. You should know the bisecting angle, bite-wing technique, occlusal radiographic technique, and the paralleling technique, and only the definitions of normal radiological landmarks. Coming to radiographic faults, it comes as a long note. Film and film holders, you just need to know the definition and the classification. In film processing, you should know the processing solutions, their composition and function, latent image formation, penny test, automatic and rapid processing. Rapid processing, you can just study the monobath, and self-developing films. Coming to radiographic quality assurance, you should know the schedule or the timetable, what things are to be assessed, like on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, then on a monthly basis. So there's a whole table given in most of your oral radiology books, or it is definitely given in your Karjotkar. So you can study from there. And the step wedge test is important in radiographic quality assurance. Next topic is extraoral radiography. You should know about mid-sagittal plane, canthomeatal line, FH plane, that is Frankfurt's horizontal plane, classification of extraoral radiographic techniques, Granger and Caldwell projection, Waters projection, submental vertex or SMV view, jug handle view, and PA mandible, that is posterior anterior view of mandible. In radiation physics, that is the next chapter, you should know the properties of X-rays, X-ray tube functioning in detail. With diagrams, it comes as a very frequently asked long note, so you should know it in detail. Breaking and characteristic radiation, coherent and Compton scattering, and the factors controlling X-ray being, you have to study all of the factors, but you pay special attention to collimation and filtration. They are separately asked as short notes sometimes, so you should know about these two in detail. The next chapter is differential diagnosis of periapical radiolucencies. You should know about periapical granuloma, radicular cyst, dentigerous cyst, and periapical cemento-osseous dysplasia. Coming to the next chapter, that is periapical radioopacities. You should know about condensing osteitis, hypercementosis. That's it. In coming to the next chapter, that is object localization, you should know about buccal object rule, Clark's rule, that is slope technique, and the right angle technique. Coming to RVG, that is radiovisiography, you should know the advantages of digital over the conventional radiography, teleradiography, principle of DSR, that is digital subtraction radiography, and the CCD, CMOS, and PSP sensors in detail. Coming to the next chapter, that is CT scan and MRI. You should know the full forms. CT stands for computerized tomography, MRI stands for magnetic resonance imaging. You should know the principles of both, that is the CT and MRI, indications, contraindications, advantages and disadvantages of CT scan and MRI, and the difference between the two, that is difference between CT scan and MRI. Coming on to next, that is ultrasound. You should know the terminologies related to ultrasound, principles of ultrasound imaging, and the indications and disadvantages of ultrasound. Coming to scintigraphy, you should know the basic principles, names of radiopharmaceuticals, indications. Coming to zero radiography, you should know about the latent image formation and indications of zero radiography. Coming to next chapter, that is CBCT, that is cone beam computerized tomography. You should know the basic principles of CBCT, difference between CBCT and CT scan, and advantages, disadvantages, and indications of CBCT. Coming on to grids and intensifying screens, you should know about film cassette, structure of an intensifying screen, phosphorylia, and crossover effect. And in grids, you should know the basic construction of a grid, the interspace material, and why that material, it is basically lead, so why that material is used, and the cross grid in detail with diagrams also. In coming to the next chapter, that is orthopantomography or OPG, you should know about tomographic movement, principle of OPG, focal trough, indications, contraindications, advantages and disadvantages of OPG, errors in OPG. Errors in OPG is the most frequently asked long note from this chapter, so you should study that in detail. study the whole errors in OPG, but do study about static electricity markings. It is separately asked as a short note from this topic. Coming on to next chapter, that is radiation biology. You should know about the stochastic versus deterministic effects, determinants of radiation injury, that is radio protectors and linear energy transfer, or LET. Also, you should know about radiation mucositis, radiation caries, and osteoradionecrosis, or ORN, in detail. Next chapter is projection geometry. You should know about radiographic density, contrast, resolution, and the projection geometry protocols, that is image sharpness, magnification, and image shape distortion. Next chapter is radiological features of tumors. You need to know two tumors, that is aminoblastoma and odontogenic keratocyst. How you need to describe them? You need to describe them under the headings of location, periphery and shape, internal structure, and effect on the surrounding structure. So you need to describe both these tumors under these 4 or 5 headings when they are asked as radiological features of that tumor. For example, if radiological features of aminoblastoma is asked, so you should know the location of aminoblastoma, periphery and shape of aminoblastoma, internal structure of aminoblastoma, and effect on surrounding structures of aminoblastoma as seen radiographically. Only the radiographic features, that's it. Coming to the last topic for oral radiology, that is radiation protection. You should know about the ALARA and ALADA principle, the maximum permissible dose MPD and maximum allowed dose, that is MAD concept, dosimetry, and thermoluminescent dosimeter batch, that is TLD batch, in detail. So thank you so much for watching the video. This is the end for the subject of oral radiology or oral medicine and radiology. If you found this video to be useful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel Guide Dental for further updates. Thank you so much.